Welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me. We back in the house. Been a little hiatus. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. I was watching the game on Saturday. All right, I was watching the game on Saturday as best as I could. I was at work. All right, best as I could. I was watching the game on Saturday. Paused the game on YouTube. All right, yeah, on YouTube. All right, I paused the game on YouTube. If you don't know how to do that, figure it out. I paused the game on YouTube. Had some customers came in, dealing with them. I'm a finance manager at the dealership, so had some customers, blah, blah, blah. Came back when the live stream was over. I couldn't watch the rest of the game, so I only caught half of the game. So I felt like with that half of the game I caught, which was the first half, the good half, but with that half of the game I caught, I didn't feel like putting out a recap because it was only on half the game. It wouldn't have been on the whole game. So, yeah, that's what we got a whole community for. Guys like Dougley doing it and K Flexing and Reason and all those guys, they put out they 2 cents. I know y'all want to hear some of my 2 cents as well. All right, and I appreciate that for the few that watch the channel. But I'll let y'all watch them. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my little 2 cents on the first half that I did watch. All right, and then I'm also going to give you 3 things to look out for and to expect in the next 2 days, not nights, where I get that from. In the next 2 days against Atlanta in the joint practices. All right, so we'll go over those 3 things. But before we do that, let's go over the first preseason game. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the main thing. All right, and everybody want to know what I think. I'm pretty sure about this guy right here, Tua. All right, so Tua did his thing. All right, he did his thing. I love what I saw with Tua. Throwing with anticipation, throwing with accuracy. Unfortunately, we did have a pick, all right? Now, that was the last play, so, of course, that's the one thing that most media people remembered. The media didn't really, destroy Tua for the pick like I thought they could have. I mean, they really could have destroyed him for the pick, but being that he did so well before then and then pretty much had 2 drops and the pick, you can't really, let me correct that because it wasn't 2 drops in the pick. Does the pick count as an incompletion? I do wonder. I don't think it does. So it was 2 drops, a pick, and an incomplete pass that he threw away on 3rd down because nobody was open and he had Jackson in his lap. All right, pretty much. So we'll get to Jackson in a second. But yeah, Tua did a pretty good job. Okay, did a pretty good job. The interception, you don't want to see that. He was throwing late across the middle. Now, a lot of you have a problem, all right, with Tua's arm strength. Or not the fact that he lacks arm strength, but people talking about his arm strength. That's an arm strength play. You want to be late across the middle? You better have a gun. If you ain't got a gun or a cannon, don't throw late across the middle. Pat Mahomes may get away with that. Herbert may get away with that. Aaron Rodgers may get away with that. Josh Allen may get away with that. And it's still a small chance they may get away with throwing late across the middle. Tua cannot. Tua cannot get away with throwing late across the middle unless it's high or low or wide. You're going to throw it dead in the middle of that wide receiver. Late, it's probably getting picked at the least deflected. Okay, so we can't throw late across the middle. Tua don't got that kind of arm. I don't know what he was thinking trying to do that. He will correct it, though. All right, it's Tua. All right, he's not going to throw 30 picks in a season. That's just not the type of quarterback he is. He is a calculated quarterback where he's going to make aggressive throws, but it's going to be a safe aggressive, all right? It's going to be a safe aggressive. He's not Brett Favre, all right? He's not just throwing with his eyes closed. All right, so nothing wrong with Brett Favre, Hall of Famer, but he was a gambler, all right? He was the ultimate gambler. Okay, so let's move on. Tua did okay. Run game, I found it to be up and down, all right? On certain runs, it was really good. Not wide receivers. Running backs had a hard time finding the holes. And Dougley, he put out a video where he was pretty much in detail going over each play, and you could pause and you could see running backs were finding tough times picking the hole when it was there, and then other times there was just no hole. Offensive line, the pass game, offensive line-wise, it wasn't that bad, except for like 2 plays in the first half that I watched. Remember, I only watched the first half, okay? So The second half, whatever happened, I don't know. First half, they did good. I'm good against the pass. I'll be honest. They held up. Tua didn't get sacked. He probably got pressured twice. And on one of them, it was a throwaway. On the next one, it was a complete pass. So, it wasn't bad. Run game, we're talking about complete annihilation on most plays. There was a few good plays. Complete annihilation on most plays. All of them. I'm not going to start naming them, except for Jackson. Jackson, I don't know what the man was doing. It's like he regressed from last year. He wasn't this bad, okay, from what I remember, against the run. It was horrible. And even against the pass, he was getting pushed back almost on every play. That's unacceptable, okay? Everybody else, subpar as well. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good. It's not what you want to see from an offensive line at all, especially when you have a second-year player in Tua coming in, and he's got a lot of pressure on his behind. All right, so he don't need more pressure from the offensive line not blocking. All right, so he's got enough pressure. All right, so this has to get addressed. They did go out and get former second-round pick. Okay, they went and picked him up, Greg Little from the Panthers. Okay, they went and got him, former left tackle, drafted in the second round. Perceivably a bust. Okay, that's what they're saying. They're throwing the B word out there on him as in bust. Okay, they're saying that he's a bust. We're gonna see what we can do with him. See if we can coach him up a little bit. I don't know how good we are at coaching up offensive linemen because the offensive linemen haven't been doing that great. But we'll take a chance, kick some tires, and you never know. Maybe he turns out to be something. It was a 7th-round pick. That person probably wasn't going to make the team anyway. So it's a low-risk, high-reward situation is basically what I'm trying to say. So we got a little more help on the offensive line. It probably means that there's some injuries there, too, that they're a little concerned about depth-wise. So we'll see what happens this week, and I'll talk about that a little later in the 3 things that we're going to go over to expect or to look for in the 2 practices coming up on Wednesday and on Thursday. All right, so we'll go over that in a second. Defense, love what I saw from the defense in the first half. Absolutely love what I saw. We talking about clank. Defense looked like it was in midseason form. It really did. We're talking about against the run, against the pass. These boys couldn't do nothing against us, period. They couldn't do nothing. All right, until Justin Fields got in there against the scraps. They couldn't do nothing. Now, Justin Fields, when he got in there against the scraps, we showed that we can't handle the running quarterback, same way we couldn't do it last year. And we let up a wide open, busted coverage play for a touchdown, which cannot happen. Okay, that cannot happen. I mean, that is a miscommunication on the defense to the utmost degree. The man didn't have nobody within his vicinity in 30 yards. That can't happen. We got to clean that up. Love what I saw out of the special teams game. Sanders doing his thing. Waddle and Grant doing y'all thing. Waddle is fast. Grant is fast. I don't know what they're going to do there. I don't know how they're going to make this decision on who's going to be the punter or punt returner because it's tough, especially with Jakeem Grant muffing one in practice this morning or in the walkthrough this morning. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Love what I saw out of both of them. Wish we got to see a little more Waddle in the pass game. We didn't really get to see that, but it's okay. We'll be fine. The depth at wide receiver is absolutely great. Love what I saw from the wide receivers overall. Yes, there were some plays where they weren't getting open, but you're not going to get open on every play, especially if you're not elite. It's just not going to happen. Love what I saw from Brissett for the most part. Reed Sinnett, practice squad material, does have a nice, strong arm, though. I will give him that. And he can move around a little bit for a guy his size. And so can Brissett. Brissett can move around a little bit. I see the man had a little scramble in there. Love what I saw. All right, from what I saw. I did not watch the whole game. All right, I saw the highlights, but I didn't get a chance to watch all of the plays, okay? So I didn't see the errant throws, if there were any, with Brissett or with Sinnett in the second half because highlights are highlights. They only show the highlights, all right, not really the lowlights unless it's an interception or a fumble or something like that. All right, so now let's move forward, all right? Tomorrow, depending on what day you're watching this, maybe today for you if you're watching this on Wednesday. But on Wednesday, there is going to be joint practice with the Atlanta Falcons. Thursday as well, 10:30 sharp. I'll be there on Twitter. I ain't going to be there in person, but I'm going to be there on Twitter. It is live. action. Not live action. It is open to the public is what I'm trying to say. All right, y'all know I don't edit, so we leaving that in. It is open to the public. You can go watch it live. Okay, there goes I could drop live right there. You can go watch it live, and then put it on Twitter. Let me know how you saw everybody reacting or whatever. Go watch it. If you're not able to go watch it, then get on Twitter like me, on Instagram, on Facebook, or where have you for social media, and then get on YouTube later in the afternoon so I can tell you about it as well. And then also, while you're at it, okay, just while you're at it, it's right here. Like, comment, subscribe for your boy. Like, subscribe, comment, however it shows up there. Please do that for your boy while you got a second. All right, and I'll wait. You click the button? Okay, all right, so let's go ahead. Now, here's the 3 things, and we're going to start from 3 all the way up to 1. Here are the 3 things that you should look for or should expect to see in these next 2 practices. Number 3, can we, for the life of us, get our wide receivers back? All right, can we please get some depth, all right, on the squad again? We want to see guys get healthy. We want our wide receivers back. We want whoever's out, Phillips, whoever else is out. We want these, and they had like little knick-knack injuries, by the way. Not the guys with severe things, like with boots on their legs, like Vince Beagle, not him. But the other guys that are seemingly on the verge of coming back, can we get these guys back within these next 2 practices? Now, we know that they're not going to all practice, the guys that are coming back, both days, all right? Because Flores made that clear that he's going to slowly bring them back. But can we get them back? Can we see Fuller for the first time? Can we get Parker back? Can we get Wilson back in there? Can we get these guys back? That's one thing I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing that, and I'm expecting to see in some combination some of these guys back so we can see what our potential is. That's number 3. Number 2, can we establish ourselves on the offensive line? Can we do that in the pass game and in the run game against Atlanta's defense? Now, I watched the first Atlanta preseason game. They were horrible against the run on defense. Now, I don't know how many of their starters played, but they were letting up runs like crazy, okay? They was letting up runs like absolute crazy. So we should be able to establish the run against them. They're not as physical as the Bears are, and we need to be able to hold up against their pass rush as well, all right? So can we establish ourselves on the offensive line? Can we be more physical than Atlanta Falcons? And then, number 1, Tua, all right? No. Most of y'all thought it was going to be Tua because it's usually always Tua, right, for me, right? It's always Tua. Whether I'm a hater, all right, or not, or Tua near, it's always Tua, all right, for me. But it's not Tua this time, all right? Number 1, can our defense neutralize that high-powered offense in Atlanta? We're talking about high-powered offense. You have a great Matt Ryan, all right, and he's a great quarterback, all right? He's a great quarterback. Let's just put it at that, all right? All right. You got Ridley, and you have Pitts now over there, okay? Beast. All right, running game ain't too shabby either. We're talking about a good team here on offense. Can we neutralize them? Neutralizing pretty much means they win a few, we win a few, but they're not dominating us, okay? That's what I want to see, no domination. How does Kyle Pitts look, and how does Eric Rowe look against him, as well as Holland? Maybe Holland gets a shot at him too. I want to see that type of thing. I want to see how Ridley looks against our top cornerbacks. Are we able to stifle him? Are we able to shut that offense down? Matt Ryan. I was about to say, that's wrong. Matt Ryan. Are we able to confuse him a little bit? All right. Give him some looks that he's not used to seeing. All right. Are we able to do these things? I want to see what the defense can do against him because that's going to be a telltale for me. Tua, I'm not worried about Tua anymore at this point. We know what we're going to get with Tua. Okay. I don't even need to put Tua on this top list because I already know what I'm going to get from Tua. Tua's going to make the plays. He's going to be accurate. He's going to sometimes hold on to the ball. He's going to sometimes make unnecessary plays, but he's still young. He's still learning, okay? I'm not worried about him anymore. I believe we got our quarterback of the future at this point. And I know it's early, but I believe in what I see, okay? And what I'm seeing into and what I'm hearing about from practice, he's going to be good. I'm not worried about him. It might take him another year or so, but he's going to get there, and he has the will to get there. All right, so if you like what I said as far as the 3 things to look for, please let me know in the comment section below. As well, let me know what are some of the things that you are looking for as well in practice for these next 2 days, all right? Get excited, guys. We are an up-and-coming team. We should be in the playoffs this year. I'm not ready to make a prediction just yet, but I like what I see for the most part, except for the offensive line, especially depth as well on the offensive line and with the linebackers. That's not looking that great, okay? But other than that, love what we're doing. And last year, the depth at linebacker wasn't that great, and we still almost made the playoffs, so we can get by, all right? Holla at y'all in the next one. Y'all know what it is. Fins up till we die. See y'all later.